Imagine waking up each day feeling as though life is something happening to you rather than something you're shaping with your own hands. We've all been there, feeling stuck or weighed down by emotions that don't serve us. Anger, resentment, fear, these are emotions that, if left unchecked, begin to take control of our thoughts, our decisions, our very sense of self. They creep in quietly like shadows in the back of our minds, and without realizing it, we find ourselves struggling against them, feeling powerless. To control your life and rise above negativity, the first step is to acknowledge your feelings. It might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do. Acknowledging your emotions requires courage because it means sitting with what makes you uncomfortable, letting those feelings surface without pushing them away. Instead of trying to ignore them or bury them under distractions, you give yourself permission to feel. This act is more than just noticing an emotion, it's giving that feeling space to breathe, to be understood. When you acknowledge your feelings, you're telling yourself that your emotions matter, that they have a place, that they're a valid part of your experience. Often we shy away from our feelings because we fear them. We worry that if we acknowledge sadness, anger, or fear, it might swallow us whole, leaving us vulnerable and exposed. But emotions are like waves in the ocean. They rise, peak, and eventually fade. By acknowledging them, you begin to understand that these feelings don't define you. They're simply passing through, and like any wave, they'll eventually recede. When you stop resisting, you'll find that even the strongest emotions lose some of their grip. You start to see that they are momentary, not permanent fixtures in your life. Acknowledging your feelings is also an act of self-compassion. So often we're our own harshest critics, quick to judge ourselves for feeling too much or for not handling things better. We think we should be stronger, tougher, less affected by our struggles. But everyone feels pain, disappointment, frustration, and loneliness. These emotions are part of the human experience. When you acknowledge what you feel, you're allowing yourself to be human, to embrace the fullness of who you are without shame or self-criticism. It's about being kind to yourself, treating your emotions as a friend would, with acceptance and patience. Through acknowledgement, you can begin to recognize patterns in your emotions. You start to see what triggers certain feelings, what situations or people bring up reactions in you. With awareness comes clarity, and with clarity you gain insight into how certain emotions shape your life. By understanding the origins of your feelings, you can begin to unpack and heal past hurts that still linger. Acknowledgement opens a doorway to self-awareness, allowing you to make sense of why certain feelings persist or intensify. It's through this understanding that you find freedom from old wounds, taking back control of how these feelings influence you. Another benefit of acknowledging your feelings is that it creates emotional resilience. When you learn to sit with uncomfortable emotions instead of running from them, you become stronger. Each time you allow yourself to feel without trying to escape or judge, you're building emotional endurance. You're proving to yourself that you can handle what life throws at you, that you are capable of facing even the most challenging emotions without being defeated by them. This resilience becomes a foundation that steadies you when future storms arise, empowering you to confront difficulties head-on. Acknowledgement also helps in lifting the weight of denial and suppression. When you ignore or suppress your feelings, they don't disappear, they only settle deeper into your being, becoming more complex and harder to manage. Suppressed emotions often find a way to surface, sometimes in ways we don't expect or desire, affecting our health, relationships, and peace of mind. By acknowledging your feelings, you're giving yourself a release. You're allowing these emotions to be expressed rather than keeping them locked inside where they can do more harm than good. In acknowledging your feelings, you begin to bridge the gap between your inner world and the outer world. So often we try to present a certain image to others, strong, unbreakable, in control, while hiding our true feelings within. But the more we disconnect from our authentic emotions, the more we lose touch with who we truly are. By acknowledging what you feel, you're bringing yourself closer to your true self, aligning your outer life with your inner reality. This alignment fosters a deeper sense of integrity and self-acceptance, helping you to feel more at home within yourself. Finally, when you acknowledge your feelings, you open the door to healing. Emotions are often messengers carrying insights about what needs care, attention, or change in your life. When you listen to these messages, instead of silencing them, you create the possibility of growth and transformation. Acknowledgement is not about wallowing in your emotions, it's about learning from them. Each emotion carries a lesson, a truth about your desires, your boundaries, your strengths, and your struggles. Through acknowledgement, you invite the wisdom of these lessons into your life, empowering you to heal, grow, and move forward. Shifting your inner dialogue is one of the most powerful tools you have to transform how you experience life. That voice inside your head, the one that narrates your thoughts, tells you what's possible and what isn't, and defines how you see yourself. That voice has more influence than you might realize. For many of us, that voice can be overly critical, focusing on every flaw, every misstep, every could have and should have. When you shift your inner dialogue, you begin to break free from those self-imposed limitations, creating a more compassionate and empowering relationship with yourself. It's about transforming your self-talk from a source of doubt and judgment to one of encouragement and acceptance. The first step to shifting your inner dialogue is awareness. Pay attention to the words and phrases you use with yourself throughout the day. Notice how often you put yourself down or second-guess your abilities. That awareness alone can be transformative because it brings to light the negativity you may not even realize you're carrying. Once you start to recognize these patterns, you'll see how they affect your mood, your confidence, and your willingness to take risks. Awareness is the foundation. It's the first step in reclaiming control over that voice and redirecting it in a way that serves your growth. Once you're aware of your inner dialogue, challenge it. Not every thought that crosses your mind is true, and not every inner criticism deserves your attention. Begin questioning those negative thoughts. Is it really true that you're not good enough? Is it really true that you always mess things up? Often these thoughts are distorted beliefs formed long ago, and they don't accurately reflect your reality today. Challenging them helps to disarm their power, turning what once seemed like unchangeable truths into outdated ideas. It's a reminder that you can rewrite the script, that you have the authority to redefine how you speak to yourself. To shift your inner dialogue, practice replacing harsh words with compassionate ones. This doesn't mean ignoring mistakes or pretending that challenges don't exist. It means approaching them with kindness and understanding instead of blame. When you make a mistake, try saying to yourself, "I'm learning," rather than "I'm a failure." When you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself, "I'm doing my best," rather than "I can't handle this." This change may feel small, but it has the power to change your relationship with yourself profoundly. Over time, you'll find that this gentler dialogue creates a sense of inner peace, giving you the resilience to face life's challenges without self-criticism. Another essential aspect of shifting your inner dialogue is setting boundaries with negative self-talk. Sometimes that critical voice can seem relentless, filling your mind with doubt and discouragement. Imagine that this voice is coming from someone else. Would you allow a friend or a loved one to speak to you that way? Likely not. Set boundaries with that inner voice, recognizing when it's being unproductive or harmful, and choose to distance yourself from it. Boundaries help you reclaim your mental space, giving you more room to cultivate thoughts that uplift rather than tear you down. In shifting your inner dialogue, start speaking to yourself in the way you'd speak to someone you love. Imagine what you would say to a friend who's struggling, someone you care about deeply, who needs reassurance and support. Use that same tenderness, that same care when addressing yourself. This simple exercise can be incredibly powerful because it reminds you that you are worthy of the same love and compassion you so freely offer others. By treating yourself with that level of respect and care, you create an inner environment where you feel safe, valued, and capable of growth. Practice gratitude within your inner dialogue as well. So often we focus on what we lack, what we're not yet, or what we haven't achieved. Instead, acknowledge and celebrate the small wins, the qualities that make you unique, and the growth you've already experienced. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, honor the steps you've taken and the effort you're putting in. Gratitude shifts your mindset from one of scarcity and deficiency to one of abundance, where you recognize that you are already enough. This shift helps to reinforce a more positive and empowering inner dialogue that sustains your motivation and joy. Shifting your inner dialogue is also about embracing progress over perfection. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, recognize that growth is a journey, one that requires patience and persistence. When you allow yourself to celebrate small improvements rather than only grand achievements, you cultivate a mindset that appreciates effort over outcome. This shift takes the pressure off, allowing you to grow at your own pace and appreciate every step forward. Embracing progress helps you build a more resilient inner voice, one that acknowledges your potential without placing unrealistic expectations on you. As you continue shifting your inner dialogue, remember that it's a practice, something that develops over time. You may not always get it right, and there will be days when old, critical thoughts slip through. But each moment is an opportunity to begin again, to choose kindness and compassion over judgment. This practice is about creating a lasting change in how you relate to yourself, one that strengthens your confidence and self-respect. In choosing to shift your inner dialogue, you take a powerful step in creating a life rooted in self-love, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your own worth. Reframing the story is a powerful way to change your relationship with past experiences and transform how you see yourself. Life can often be a collection of stories we tell ourselves, shaped by memories, interpretations, and the meanings we assign to events. Sometimes these stories are uplifting and empowering, but other times they can become barriers, reinforcing feelings of limitation, regret, or resentment. Reframing isn't about rewriting history, it's about finding new perspectives on old events. It's about understanding that we have the power to view our experiences in a way that supports our growth rather than feeling trapped by them. Often we carry stories rooted in past pain stories that tell us we're not good enough, that we'll never succeed, or that we don't deserve happiness. These narratives may have started with a difficult moment or a challenging relationship, but over time, they can take on a life of their own. Each time we relive them, they reinforce limiting beliefs, shaping our perception of what's possible. Reframing invites us to examine these narratives and ask ourselves if there's another way to see the situation, another meaning we can find that honors both the reality of what happened and the potential for healing and growth. Reframing begins with curiosity. When you revisit a story you've been telling yourself, ask why it affects you so deeply. Was it the feeling of rejection, the sense of failure, or the loss of control? Identifying what's at the heart of the story helps you understand your emotional attachment to it. Curiosity allows you to step back from judgment and self-blame and instead approach your story with a willingness to learn. It's about shifting from why did this happen to me to what can this experience teach me about who I am and who I want to become. With curiosity, you start to see the story as an opportunity for understanding, not as a weight you're forced to carry. Once you're curious about your story, explore other perspectives. Imagine what you might see if you were someone else looking at the same event. What lessons might they draw from it, and what strengths might they see in you? Reframing often involves looking for ways the experience could have shaped you for the better, even if it was painful at the time. Perhaps a challenging relationship taught you resilience, or a setback revealed a strength you didn't know you had. This shift in perspective isn't about ignoring the pain, it's about acknowledging that alongside the difficulty, there were also seeds of growth, insights, and newfound strength. Reframing the story also involves letting go of blame. Sometimes we hold on to old narratives because we haven't forgiven ourselves or others involved. But holding on to blame keeps us tied to the past, reliving the pain instead of moving forward. Letting go of blame allows us to reclaim our energy, redirecting it toward healing and growth. When you reframe your story without blame, you start to see the experience through the lens of compassion, both for yourself and for others. This doesn't excuse harmful actions, but it allows you to release the power they hold over you, freeing you to move on without the burden of resentment. In reframing, gratitude plays an important role. Finding gratitude in challenging experiences can be transformative. It doesn't mean you're grateful for the hardship itself, but rather for the lessons and insights it brought. Gratitude allows you to see the experience as part of your journey, one that may have shaped your values, clarified your goals, or revealed hidden strengths. When you can look at a painful story and find even a small element to be grateful for, you begin to transform it from a source of regret to a stepping stone. Gratitude helps you integrate the experience into a broader story, one where even the challenges serve a purpose in your growth. Creating new affirmations around your reframed story is another powerful step. Once you've explored the different perspectives and released blame, create affirmations that reflect the strength and resilience you've gained. If you once believed that a failure defined you, your new affirmation could be, I am stronger and wiser because of my experiences. These affirmations replace old limiting beliefs, reinforcing the empowered perspective you've cultivated. They serve as reminders that you are not bound by the past, but are continuously evolving, capable of creating a life based on resilience, self-love, and the wisdom you've gained. Reframing the story is ultimately about reclaiming your power. When you choose to reinterpret your experiences, you're taking back control over how they affect your life today. You're saying that while the past may have influenced you, it doesn't have to define your future. This act of reframing is an assertion of self-worth, a declaration that you are more than what happened to you. By choosing to reframe, you free yourself from being a passive character in your story and step into the role of an active creator. Each time you revisit the story with a new perspective, you reinforce your ability to shape your narrative with intention and purpose. In the journey of reframing, remember that the story is always evolving. As you continue to grow and gain new insights, your understanding of the past may shift further, revealing even deeper layers of strength and clarity. This ongoing process of reframing helps you to view your life as a dynamic journey where every experience holds the potential for transformation. When you reframe your story, you're not only changing how you see the past, you're shaping how you see yourself in the present and what's possible for you in the future. This practice becomes a foundation of resilience, guiding you to embrace each chapter of your life with openness, compassion, and a newfound sense of purpose. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is like giving yourself the gift of perspective. It allows you to see life through a lens of abundance where even the smallest blessings are acknowledged and valued. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what is positive and meaningful, even when things get tough. This shift in focus can bring a deep sense of fulfillment and resilience, reminding you that there's always something worth appreciating. When you embrace gratitude, you create a mental space that's more open to joy, peace, and connection, regardless of external circumstances. One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude is that it trains your mind to notice the good in your life. Often we're conditioned to dwell on what we lack, on what's missing or hasn't gone according to plan. But when you begin practicing gratitude, you shift your attention to what's already here. It may be a warm cup of coffee, a friend's support, a moment of calm, or even the simple fact of being alive. These small acts of recognition build up over time, helping you see that there's more right with your life than you may have realized. With gratitude, you're reminded that abundance is not about material wealth, but about finding richness in the everyday. Gratitude also shifts how you see yourself and your accomplishments. It's easy to fall into a pattern of self-criticism, focusing on what you haven't achieved or what you still need to improve. But gratitude turns your gaze toward the things you've done well, the progress you've made, and the strengths you've cultivated along the way. By acknowledging your efforts and recognizing your growth, you begin to build a more compassionate relationship with yourself. This self-gratitude fuels self-worth and confidence, creating a foundation that supports you as you move forward. When you appreciate who you are and what you've accomplished, you stop seeking validation from others and start honoring your own journey. Expressing gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the people in your life, you deepen your connections with them. This expression can be as simple as a heartfelt thank you, a note, or just taking a moment to recognize their impact on your life. Gratitude brings warmth and understanding to relationships, helping you see the positive contributions others make. It fosters empathy, allowing you to see beyond any disagreements or misunderstandings, and focuses your attention on the value each person brings. Gratitude shifts the focus from what people might lack to the beauty of who they are, helping to create more meaningful, lasting connections. Practicing gratitude can also transform how you approach challenges. When life becomes difficult, it's natural to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But gratitude offers a way to find strength even in adversity. By focusing on what you still have, on what remains steady amidst the storm, you can draw on those sources of support and resilience. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, but it reminds you of your inner resources, your support systems, and the lessons you've learned that can help you through tough times. This approach shifts your mindset from a sense of powerlessness to one of capability, reminding you that even in the darkest times, there is something to hold on to. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment. So often we're caught up in what's coming next, our minds racing ahead to the future or ruminating on the past. But when you practice gratitude, you bring your focus back to the here and now. Each time you express gratitude, you're engaging with the current moment, noticing the small things that make today meaningful. This presence helps to ease anxiety and restlessness, centering you in a sense of calm and appreciation. Living with gratitude encourages mindfulness, allowing you to experience life more fully without rushing through the present in search of what's next. A regular gratitude practice rewires your brain, creating new neural pathways that support a positive outlook. Studies show that gratitude can increase overall happiness and reduce stress as it changes how the brain processes experiences. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to spot the silver linings and the beauty in ordinary moments. With time, gratitude becomes a natural response, something you do without effort. This shift in mindset not only enhances your emotional well-being, but also strengthens your resilience, enabling you to face life's ups and downs with a balanced, optimistic perspective. Finally, gratitude allows you to let go of comparison. When you're grateful for your own journey, the need to measure yourself against others begins to fade. Instead of looking at what others have or where they are, you begin to value where you are and the uniqueness of your own path. Gratitude redirects your energy from comparison to appreciation, helping you celebrate the beauty of your individuality. It reminds you that your journey is uniquely yours, that your accomplishments, your experiences, and your growth are worth honoring without comparison. In cultivating gratitude, you find peace in who you are and what you have, creating a life centered on contentment, joy, and a genuine appreciation for the world around you. Surrounding yourself with positivity is like building an environment that nurtures your growth and well-being. It's about intentionally choosing the people, places, and influences that elevate your spirit, support your dreams, and uplift your mindset. Positivity isn't just about being cheerful or avoiding difficulties. It's a conscious choice to focus on what encourages you and brings you joy. When you surround yourself with positivity, you're creating a foundation that helps you move through life's challenges with resilience and optimism. This choice can transform your outlook, empowering you to pursue your goals and maintain a sense of balance even in uncertain times. One of the most effective ways to bring positivity into your life is through the people you spend time with. Energy is contagious, and those around you can have a profound impact on your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. When you're surrounded by people who are supportive, encouraging, and enthusiastic about their own lives, it's much easier to feel motivated and inspired. These are the friends, family members, mentors, and colleagues who remind you of your strengths, who celebrate your successes, and who stand by you during tough times. By choosing relationships that contribute positively to your life, you build a network of support that keeps you grounded and resilient. Creating a positive environment extends beyond people. It includes the physical spaces you inhabit as well. Your home, workspace, and even your digital spaces influence your mental and emotional state. Surround yourself with things that make you feel comfortable, happy, and focused. This could mean adding items that inspire you, like art, plants, or meaningful photos, or keeping your environment organized to reduce stress. Even small changes in your physical space can make a big difference in how you feel and how you approach your day. By creating an atmosphere that nurtures positivity, you're cultivating a space that reflects your best self and supports your intentions. The content you consume, whether it's the books you read, the shows you watch, or the social media you follow, also plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences means choosing media that inspires you, educates you, and aligns with your values. It's easy to get caught up in negativity or distractions, but by mindfully selecting content that empowers and uplifts you, you fill your mind with thoughts and ideas that support your growth. Seek out stories of resilience, follow creators who spread kindness, and engage with information that broadens your perspective. This practice can help shift your mindset toward optimism, making it easier to focus on what's possible. Positivity also thrives in a culture of gratitude and kindness. By practicing gratitude, you start to see the good in your life, and by spreading kindness, you contribute to a positive environment for yourself and others. Take a moment each day to acknowledge what you're thankful for and look for opportunities to extend kindness, whether through a simple compliment, a helping hand, or a kind word. When you contribute positivity, you invite it back into your life. Gratitude and kindness create a ripple effect, bringing a sense of joy and fulfillment to both your life and the lives of those around you. This mindset shift helps to reinforce the positive foundation you're building. Embrace activities and hobbies that bring positivity into your routine. Doing things that bring you joy, relaxation, and fulfillment nurtures your spirit and fills your life with meaning. Whether it's painting, hiking, journaling, or volunteering, these activities provide an outlet for self-expression and growth. They allow you to connect with your passions, giving you something to look forward to and helping to balance life's demands. When you make time for what you love, you're investing in your own happiness, creating a lifestyle that's rich in positivity and self-discovery. This practice reinforces a sense of purpose, helping you feel grounded and engaged with your life. Surrounding yourself with positivity also means setting boundaries with negativity. It's essential to protect your mental and emotional space by recognizing situations, relationships, or habits that drain you. Sometimes this may mean limiting time with certain people, setting limits on news consumption, or stepping away from environments that bring stress. Boundaries aren't about avoidance, they're about honoring your peace and choosing what's best for your well-being. By being mindful of what you allow into your life, you create more room for positive energy, building a strong foundation that supports your personal growth and peace of mind. Choose positive affirmations and self-talk as part of your daily routine. The way you speak to yourself has a profound impact on your mood, confidence, and outlook on life. Replacing negative self-talk with affirmations that reflect your goals and strengths can uplift you, reinforcing your belief in yourself and your potential. These affirmations serve as reminders of what you're capable of, helping you stay motivated and resilient. When you make it a habit to speak kindly to yourself, you're surrounding yourself with positivity from within. This internal support system becomes a source of strength, empowering you to face challenges with a positive mindset. Finally, embrace positivity as a way of life by cultivating a sense of purpose and connection. When you have a sense of purpose, you're motivated to work toward goals that are meaningful to you, bringing positivity and fulfillment into every day. Surround yourself with people who share your values, engage in activities that align with your goals, and give yourself permission to dream big. This sense of purpose provides direction, creating a positive force that pulls you toward growth and self-fulfillment. When positivity becomes a part of your daily life, it becomes second nature, infusing every aspect of your journey with optimism, resilience, and joy. Creating forward momentum is the powerful act of building energy and progress in your life. It's about taking small, consistent steps that keep you moving toward your goals, even when the path is unclear or obstacles arise. Forward momentum doesn't come from perfection or waiting for the perfect moment. It's fueled by action, by the willingness to take that first step, then the next, and then the one after that. Momentum builds confidence and opens doors that once seemed closed, empowering you to achieve what you set your mind to. It reminds you that progress is not always about speed, but about persistence, the steady movement that propels you closer to your dreams. One of the first steps to creating forward momentum is setting a clear intention. When you know what you want to achieve, whether it's a small goal or a big dream, that intention serves as your compass guiding your actions and decisions. Define your purpose, articulate what you want, and let it become the foundation of your journey. This clarity gives you a sense of direction, helping you stay focused and avoid distractions. With a clear vision, every step you take gains meaning and purpose, strengthening your commitment and setting the stage for progress. Intention is the seed from which momentum grows, giving you a reason to keep pushing forward. To build momentum, start with small actions. Grand goals can feel overwhelming and may even paralyze you into inaction. But when you break those goals down into manageable tasks, each small victory fuels the next step. Each action, no matter how small, adds to your progress, giving you a sense of accomplishment that boosts your confidence. Celebrate these small wins as markers of growth, knowing that they're part of a larger picture. The cumulative effect of these little actions creates a ripple, gathering strength with each step. It's the steady, consistent movement that builds momentum, like drops of water that eventually fill a river, driving you forward. Creating forward momentum requires focus and discipline. Distractions, doubts, and setbacks will inevitably come, but staying focused on your vision helps you keep moving, even when motivation fades. Discipline keeps you committed to your path, allowing you to take action regardless of external circumstances. Make a routine that supports your goals, carve out time for what matters, and show up for yourself consistently. Discipline may not always feel exciting, but it builds the resilience you need to keep pushing forward. With discipline, you train yourself to rely on action rather than fleeting motivation, creating a sustainable momentum that carries you closer to your dreams. Embrace flexibility as part of your journey toward momentum. Sometimes the path forward isn't linear. There are unexpected turns, changes, and obstacles that require adaptation. Flexibility means being open to new ideas, adjusting your plan when needed, and finding alternative routes when the way forward seems blocked. It allows you to keep moving, even if the journey looks different than you initially imagined. Flexibility turns obstacles into opportunities, helping you stay grounded in your goal without being attached to a single path. This adaptability reinforces momentum, ensuring that setbacks don't derail your progress, but rather redirect you toward new possibilities. Another key to creating forward momentum is surrounding yourself with supportive influences. The people you spend time with, the environments you inhabit, and the content you consume all shape your mindset and energy. Choose to be around those who believe in you, who encourage you to pursue your goals, and who celebrate your successes. Supportive influences act as a source of motivation and accountability, lifting you up when challenges arise. When you have a positive, encouraging support system, it fuels your confidence and reminds you of what's possible. With this network behind you, your momentum gains strength, driving you forward even on the days when doubt or fatigue set in. Acknowledge and learn from setbacks rather than allowing them to halt your progress. Every challenge or mistake can teach you something valuable if you approach it with an open mind. Use setbacks as opportunities to grow, to assess what didn't work, and to refine your approach. This mindset turns failure into feedback, giving you insights that strengthen your journey forward. When you view setbacks as part of the process rather than as roadblocks, you maintain momentum even through difficult times. Each lesson learned becomes a building block in your progress, helping you refine your path with resilience and determination. Finally, keep your focus on the journey rather than the destination. Forward momentum isn't solely about achieving a specific goal, it's about cultivating a lifestyle of growth, learning, and self-improvement. By appreciating each step, you stay engaged in the present, finding joy and fulfillment in the act of moving forward. This mindset helps you stay committed and energized, creating a momentum that doesn't rely on achieving one particular outcome. When you find purpose in the journey itself, each action becomes rewarding and each step forward strengthens your spirit, building a life that's continually evolving, one powerful movement at a time.